Great music. Love that intro. Welcome, friends. Hello, everyone. And how are you? Thank you, Reg, for that wonderful intro. It's good to be here. And look, can I say, I've got a renewed bounce in my step. I've been to the specialist today and I had some good news. So I'm really, really chuffed. And it just makes such a difference in your world. Hello, everyone. Makes such a difference in your world when you know that you're running on all cylinders and that nothing's going to phase you in life. You're here for the long run, and you're here for those people that still need to hear your message. And I thank God every day that I've had that opportunity to share what I do, help people, continue to help people, and share my message. And can I just say that today's topic is a really good one, because mindset in business and taking your business to that next level really does require courage, tenacity, and that can do. Now, morning, gorgeous. How are you? It really does require that can do attitude, because at the end of the day, you can allow your thoughts to take over. Now, I have a couple of mantras that I use daily and nightly. I go to bed with them and wake up in the morning with them. And they are that they're from the coach, Denise Duffield Thomas. And they have turned my life around. Can I just say, they have absolutely turned my life around. And one of the quotes is, "It's my time. It's my time, and I'm ready for the next step." Because when you acknowledge that, you've got more there, you've got more to give, then you gain that excitement, that thrill to keep going in your world. So, guys, what does happen to you when you face a challenge? What happens? What kicks in? What are you, so pop in the chat. If you're watching the replay, and, I'll come back a bit in a minute, but if you're watching the replay, #replay, if you would like to, schedule some time with me just to have a chat about your mindset, love to talk to you about this, because it's such a interesting topic when it comes to being in business. It's not about the quick, the quick sale. It's about that, getting yourself out there to help the people that really, really do need your help, that really have got a great concept or a great product, service, and they just are, they just don't know where to go. So for those that don't know me, I'm Lucia, and I help people in business, help them get their socials in order. So basically, as a strategist, I help them to get their business seen on social media, because social media is one of those minefields that everyone's on, and it gets very noisy, right? It gets really, really noisy. So if it's that noisy, how are you going to stop people in the scroll? 93% of people are using their mobile phones continually during their work days, on the bus, out in visiting friends. They've got their mobile phone with them. Now, if you are marketing to those people and they're your target market, how do you do that successfully? Now, I've got a masterclass which I'm doing on the 8th of August, and it's all about using Facebook and using Facebook backgrounds. We've found that Facebook backgrounds for us works brilliantly. So if you'd like to be in our masterclass, it's called How Facebook Backgrounds Gets Results with Our Lead Generation. So I don't know if that's the title exactly, but it's pretty close. If you'd like to be a part of that workshop, that masterclass, please pop in the chat Facebook background, and we'd love to send you an invite. So in business, 80% of your business is going to be up here. It's going to be up here. It's you and your positivity, how you how you present yourself, how you show up each day, whether or not you're bringing your energy, whether or not you're some of your old patterns that may be still underlying. We all have them. We all have conditioning. Whether you're allowing them to kind of seep through your messaging, you've got to be careful, right? Your beliefs and habits are instilled in you, and you've got to be careful what comes out of here, because what comes out of here is what people are listening to. So, be mindful of your words. Your words are super important. Sometimes it's really good not to say too much. So what I want to talk about today is the emotional cycle of an entrepreneur. Now, this is something that a previous coach has taught me, and it's something that really, really does. I come back to it all the time because I had a one-on-one with someone the other day, and we were talking about imposter and how, when you get in that state of confusion about your direction in your business, you start going through the self-doubt, you're criticizing what you do, you're really judging yourself, you're comparing yourself to other people, you're not in your own lane, you're not in your lane. And it's so important to stay in your lane. When you stay in your lane, you are creating the model that you want to use for yourself. Now, this is something else we were talking about, and it was the fact that, you do something once, it might be a training, or it might be a masterclass or a workshop. You do it once. The next time you do it, you will change it. And what that means is that you change it and you get it and you make it better. Now, I can't talk without my hands. I'm sorry. It's a WOG thing. You make it better. And you make it better. Every time you do a task like a masterclass, or even with your graphic design, even with your Canva, every time you do it and go in there and, start creating whatever it is you're creating, you start or begin to think like the person that you're talking to. Now, in my I guess my previous jobs, I've worked in banking. I've helped people with personal loans. I've helped with, mortgages. I've helped with superannuation, trust funds. I've done all of that sort of stuff. And, it's all in the language. It's all in the language as you're talking to people. It's super important that you know where they're at. So understanding where people are at, so that and understanding where you're at. So it's super important to really know how the emotional cycle works, right? So if you'd like a copy of the emotional cycle of an entrepreneur, I believe we got a PDF about this. Pop in the chat emotional cycle or emotions or something, PDF, just put PDF, #PDF in the chat. And, I will get one of the VAs to send it through to you. Give us your best email and then we'll send it through. So what I'm going to talk about now is the excitement phase, right, in our business. And that's in the beginning. In the beginning, we've got all of these, we've got all of these dreams and ambitions, and, we might have come from corporate where we've been, my corporate job was as a leader. I led, a big team of people and helped them to understand the sales strategies and sales techniques that they needed to market and get the sale in the business. So that was my role as the leader. So, in that excitement phase, nothing can phase you. Nothing really, there's no real phases. It's just, we get the sale, we put it out there, we get another sale, and so on, right? So we're asking and we're receiving. And so that's all here. We're asking, we're receiving, and we have no problem. But when we start to listen to what's going on in the, the noise, and start, doing a bit of comparison, whatever, we start to get frustrated. We might have someone that challenges you around what you're doing. I believe that people can clone you, and people can, and I strongly believe that people can copy you, but people cannot be you. So, at the end of the day, don't get frustrated with that. See it as a positive. Turn it into a success, right? Turn it into a success. There's plenty of people out there. There's plenty of people. There's plenty of clients. And since the pandemic, since the big C, there has been so many more people come out. All the corporates that have come out with their way of doing business. A little bit more ruthless, yes. They're a different, they're a different breed of people. But, it means that we've had to up our game as consultants, as, coaches. So we've had to upskill as well. So it's been a good thing. It's been a positive. So keep it as a positive, right? So if someone is copying what you're doing or doing what you're doing, then see it as the positive, not as a frustration. Don't let it get to a negative, right? So you get to that frustration stage, and what happens is you start to self-doubt. So you get those niggles, those little, is my messaging, sorry, I'll have a drink of water. Is my messaging clear? Am I on the right path? So you begin to doubt yourself, right? So as you see those challenges, and usually I see it in many of my clients, it's usually when they're not in their own lane, when they're listening to the noise of the outside. And I know myself, I can listen to the noise outside and get very distracted. Ask my VAs. They know when I'm distracted because I'm not in my lane. I'm not in my zone of, expertise or my skill and wisdom. So when I'm there, nothing else is taking me away from the vision and the purpose of what we are doing in our business. So, when you come back to your vision and purpose, that confusion and doubt can really just be a minor hurdle. Don't get me wrong. We all go through it. It's not like it doesn't happen to me. It does. I can go through this twice a day. I can go through this, 3 times a day, 4 times a day. It's acknowledging, being aware, and knowing how to break out of the doubt, the confusion, and why it's happened. Why is it happening? What is the underlying reason? Is it because you're not confident in what you're doing? How do you get confident in what you do? You do it. You get out there and you share, and you share your wisdom, you share your expertise, you share your skill, because your skill and wisdom can only come from you. Can only come from you. And we need to remember that. Okay, so when we're in that confusion, doubt, right? You might find, I'm there this afternoon. After all this hype, I might find that someone will say something and I'll get a bit confused. Usually it's the family, the family will say something, I'll get frustrated and get challenged, and all hell will break loose, and then I'll go into that confusion. What I do then is I focus on creativity, right? Because if I start to look at other things to do and not things that are in my business, what happens is I start looking at all the other shiny balls. I look at the other little, we might be able to do this, and we might be able to do that, and we might be able to do something else, So you've got to be really careful that you don't go and find another, MLM business, or you don't go and do some training. You've got enough skill and wisdom to help people now. You don't need to get any more. A lot of people, They're just constant learners. And it's great to learn. Don't get me wrong. We're learning all the time. But don't let learning stop you from sharing your wisdom. Okay? Because as you learn, you teach. And when you teach, you're learning things about yourself. So, as you learn, you teach, you share that, you pass that on. It's a gift that you've been given, and it's a thing that others need to, I guess, learn it still. There's probably people out there that still want to learn it still. So at that creativity avoidance stage, you start to really get to doubt yourself really, really bad. So you get confused, you get doubt, and you start to make excuses, start to make little excuses. Now, be careful at this stage. Be really careful. Ask yourself, sit down quietly. Now, if you don't give yourself quiet time in your business, your busy head is going to take you away from everything. It's going to literally take you away from everything that's important about why you want to do business in the first place. So go back and look at your vision. What is your vision? My vision is to help 5,000 people to make six-figure incomes. Now, these people are going to take time to do that, right? It's going to take time because some of them are bringing their business from a face-to-face. Some of them are, probably not. It's not as important for them to get to that six-figure income. They'll be happy if they make 5 figures, right? So that's okay too. But that's my vision. So it's something that I keep continually looking to as a benchmark, as a reason why I do what I do. And it's to help others. It really is to help others. The experiences that I've had in my life, I want to share with others. So, working in the radio station, understanding marketing, doing those ads that I used to do when I was a young person, that has helped me to help people now put little ads together, little marketing tips, right? So that's the sort of thing that is really important to pass on, because once you've passed it on, that person will pass it on, and and so on. So what are some beliefs you have that can hold you back in business? Now, yeah, we've been told you've got to work hard for your money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Make a wish. Don't tell us, though. It's bad luck. Have a wish. It isn't bad luck. And it's not hard to grow, to make money. I've got a quote, and it says, rich women can change the world. Now, I'm changing 3 VAs' lives, right? I'm that person. I'm the facilitator of that. So I am making a difference in their life. So that's 3. How many people can you make a difference? Now, that's 3 VAs. Then I've got my coaching clients. I'm making a difference in their lives. So how many people can you make a difference in their lives because of what you're doing? Really think about that, right? Really, really digest it and understand it, because the more that you can help, now our global virtual assistants, there's a band of 9, I believe now, 8 or 9. It could be 8. There's 8 VAs that we have been able to make a difference in their world. Isn't that a wonderful thing? So, me as the business owner, that is a wonderful feeling that we've been able to make a difference in people's lives. So when our beliefs and habits, I'm just looking at the time, I'm just about ready to go. Are you sabotaging the people that need your help? Are you sabotaging yourself and not letting them know what you do? And this is a question we did in our coaching call the other day, because how many people know what you do? How many people actually know that? Thank you, Reg. How many people actually know that you can make a difference in people's lives? So when our beliefs and habits, I'm just looking at the time, I'm just about ready to go. Are you sabotaging the people that need your help? Are you sabotaging yourself and not letting them know what you do? And this is a question we did in our coaching call the other day, because how many people know what you do? How many people actually know that how many people actually know that you are a business coach, you are a wellness coach, you are a fitness coach, you are an artist, a real estate agent, all the other all the other roles. How many people know that? How many people know what your skill is, what your wisdom is? Mine was from the shoe shop days. Mine was from leading teams at a department store and doing some marketing and putting up graphic design displays, putting up displays, doing ticketing, all of that is my skill and wisdom that I'm imparting in the online space now. So, that's gold. I worked in admin in the bank. So I've got all of the admin skills as well. So remember those things when you're thinking about the person that you want to help and support. Remember the skills and wisdom that you've got that you can impart to them and let them know. Because if you're not letting them know, then what happens? That person's just going to look at a fluffy post and go, oh, yeah, rightio, and they're just going to continue to scroll through. Whereas if you tell them how you can help them, then they're going to go, oh, I wonder what she could do to help me, or I wonder what he could do to help me. We've got a website designer that's a website creator in our clients group, and he's amazing. The knowledge he has around SEO, my God, and I really, really hope and trust that someone's going to have a conversation with him, because the value that he can bring to your business will be exponential. Like, he will take your business to the next level, because understanding SEO is something that eludes a lot of people. And in the noise of social media, you need to understand that for your website. Now, a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. So I'm just going to ask, are you coming from a positive and growth mindset, or are you coming from it's not going to work, a fixed mindset? I've done it once, I've done it twice, I've done so many network marketing companies. My background was in quick fix network marketing companies. I was going to become a millionaire overnight. I think I probably did about 5 or 6 network marketing companies in my time. Probably a few more than that, because there's a few more that I can think of recently that I've joined, but as a home purchaser for myself. So they changed the structure, which is interesting in itself, because they understood that there were so many people wanting things. You can want things, but are you prepared to do the work? And when you ask yourself, we need to really, really question, why am I not growing? What is it I need to do to make change happen? Why am I not growing? If you want to grow, come and have a chat. Come and have a talk with me. It'll be 30 minutes. I promise you, I will tell you about our program, but it's up to you. If you want to take that next step and become part of our Get Clients Confidently program, that is your choice. I am not going to, be that pushy salesperson, because I believe that what I teach will make so much change in your life, so much change. Because if you're there trying to navigate social media in this day and age, you're not going to do it on your own. You're never going to do it on your own. You might think you can, but I'm telling you now, you've got to ask. And I've asked many coaches, still currently got another coach, because what happens is we cannot keep up with what's happening in the social media arena. It changes almost daily. So what worked 2 years ago is not going to work now. And that's why we have our incredible VAs who will support you in your business. In our Get Clients Confidently program, we actually, part of the program is we find a virtual assistant for you. We source them through our global VA community, and then we offer them to you part-time or full-time. So what happens then is they can do all of the research, they can do the social media, they can do those things that you can't do, and that leaves you to be that creative that does the PowerPoints like I do, or the PDFs like I do, does the landing pages like I do. So, they're even doing the landing pages now. So, they are amazing tools in your business, and you will wonder why you never took the step if you don't look at it now. So part of our program is we find that VA, you pay them then, we actually just source them. So remember the absence to abundance mindset, right? So that absence to abundance, absence to abundance mindset. So when you come from a place of scarcity, it will not ever the universe will never open. Like, you close your fist and you've got like this, that's how you feel, right? So it's very hard to get anything in, right? So financially it's very hard to get anything in. So if you're thinking that always lack, scarcity, then you're going to get confused, you'll lack confidence. But as you start to acknowledge that it's your time and you're ready for the next step, there is always more clients, there is always more money. These types of abundance quotes and messages that you're putting out there are going to come back to you tenfold. But if you put those negative out there, you're going to get more of the same. Okay, guys, I am finishing with that one. So are you coming from absence, scarcity, or are you coming from abundance mindset? Choked on that one. Are you coming from an abundant mindset? Let me know in the chat. Schedule some time. I'd love to have a chat with you. Bye for now. Have a great week. Bye.